This is dedicated to all the people we lost during the peaceful protests.
So, guys, I hope you enjoyed that banger from Naira Marley. You know, we're giving her nothing but extra banger. You know, so now, yeah. Now, yeah, the home of Nigerian and African boxing. And when we do something, we do it big in a way, you know what I mean? So, always nice to give you guys some restore right here. So, sorry for that. You know, something just happened. I don't know what happened. I think my system shut down or something like that. Something happened, man, that really messed it up. But at the same time, we are back. This is part 2 of what we're talking about. And my brother Adewale is in the house. We have Efe Ajagba in the house. If you want to join us right now in the house, you know how you have to do it. You know, search for Raymond Ubaide on Facebook, had me there, and you'll be right here with us, you know, and of course, give a take. Now, let's continue from where we stopped. Efe Ajagba's girlfriend called Deontay Wlder an impostor. Efe Ajagba, I would love to hear your take on this. We're talking about that before, but before it went off. So would you mind giving your take on this, brother? Are you there with us?
Repeat that, bro. You were breaking up for me.
I was breaking up. I said Ajagba's girlfriend calling Deontay Wlder an impostor. Is she right to do that? Despite Deontay Wlder having 33% Nigerian in him.
Well, yeah, she does have every right to do that because Efe Ajagba hasn't really been vocal, in his career. The only time he's been vocal is when he said on his little stunt of a comment he made towards AJ about him not being Nigerian or whatever, But here comes Wlder claiming that he's 30% and he's it seems like Wlder probably has more of an appeal to the Nigerian fans than Efe does. I just see that. So I could see why, between AJ and Efe Ajagba and Wlder, Efe should be the guy, should be seen as the guy, like, Nigerians like, okay, Efe's the guy. He's the it man. He's the guy that has the juice, but he's not being seen as that. So I can see why all the frustration is coming from. And
Well, Nigerians don't support Efe Ajagba though. I mean, at some point when he messed up with the statement that he made about the Joshua, when I went out on him in a way. But overall, Nigerians support Efe Ajagba. It's just that he made a slight mistake at some point, which he shouldn't have made. I mean, that's why. When some Nigerians started coming for our brother Rafa Akpajoro, who was just 9-0 now with 9 knockouts, even though he said he didn't say something that was bad, I mean, I think that some Nigerians felt a little bit sentimental in a way. So I had to clear that up by bringing Akpajoro to the show, and clearing everything up. And they saw that, and I think the reason that some Nigerians feel that Ajagba is acts like too big. If you feel Ajagba like behave like he's too big to I don't know, in a way, like it's just like they say shakara in a way, like acting too big. Ajagba doesn't have like that though. I think his lack of communication, might be the reason why it seems like that. Continue, bro.
well, I really don't have much to say on this topic other than it's whoever rises to the occasion. I guess he's gonna be the one that is going to be known. But as it stands, it seems like AJ is the one that holds the torch and he has more to fulfill than anybody else. I mean, it would be impressive if Efe did it because he was born in Nigeria, you know, and it will hold a lot more weight. But it's, as right now as it stands, AJ is in the he's in the limelight, and he's gonna be the one to do it. You know, not a Nigerian born has held or unified all three belts at the same time.
In the heavy division or in boxing?
And I think in boxing in general, man, you won't
No,
find a
no,
lot.
no, no,
Maybe
bro. No, bro. One has done it. Dick Tiger.
I keep forgetting about Dick Tiger. I know I keep forgetting about that guy, but I don't think
Tiger
he
was
had,
the first person to do it. You know.
yeah,
So
you're right, but I don't know
mhm.
if Dick Tiger has held all the titles.
Of course, he's held the title. Maybe not the fourth, like because you know the WBO, you know, became recognized as some. I think he wasn't recognized before like that. You know, I think it was the I think he was the Lennox Lewis era or something like that. That he became more recognized. But a Nigerian, as you know, was D Tiger was undisputed. You know, he had all the titles. So I thought before that no Nigerian has ever held it, but he's the first to do it. I think the whole of Africa, something like that. You know. Yeah, continue, bro.
Yeah, but it's gonna be interesting to see who makes it. But as of right now, like I said, AJ is gonna be the one. You know, it's his dream. So let's see where it goes from there. I really don't have much to say. Anything else?
Thanks, what I really appreciate it. So, Adewale.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, I found out what did this up.
Thank you for having me, man. I full ground, bro. Thank you so much, man. Thanks for what you do. Thanks for having a great show. You know, you've successfully converted me into one of your staunch supporters. You know, I was a hater before, but I'm so proud of what you're doing.
Adewale, fellow Nigerian, you see, not here, so fellow Nigerian now. You get one of my brother where they Germany here, where they hate on me. You know, because you get what happen. Like I had the hate on me, not be small thing. But you don't tell where I hear from the guy last time, where I block her, just like the guy can rap me rubbish, all those kind of things. You know, get what happen at some point.
Maybe in a Wlder fan too. Maybe.
No. Not Joshua fan, but he get what you call like he get what happen. You get what we call the argue one time. Now I said no be so it's supposed to be. Now the guy all carry like I remove her for the group. You know, for the BBC group. As I remove her, the guy just got the matter, you know, just got the beef meeting. Well, so I just block her, man. But as for you, listen, bro. I like the fact that your argument, you know, when you argue with what you know, okay? You don't just argue blindly. You know what I mean? That's one thing I have to admire about you. You when you know, listen, you are the Deontay fan. I'm a Joshua fan. But yeah, we are as Nigerians. Listen, you see what connects us now. You don't like me before. Now you don't like me now. You see, imagine say me and you not talk. Man, you not talk. Then you say I just go by waiting. I see for conversation with people they tell me about Adewale. Now imagine say I can't go with that mentality. I say this guy now hater of that Joshua now hater of that you know like this and you know I sell out. You feel me? So you need to agree to disagree. It's not everything I say that is right. It's not everything I do that is right. It's not everything you do or say is right. But at some point we have to, you know, agree somewhere, you know, on something. You know, Nigerian they carry last. This one a channel, and I'm a Nigerian channel with this one. Continue, brother. Man, interrupt you too much. Sorry.
Okay. Yeah. You know, the last question you asked was about Renee. I guess that's her name, Efe Ajagba's wife. She said something about
Impostor.
Deontay not being patriotic. Is that what she said? Or a fraud?
Pretending to be someone is not like impostor.
An imposter. Yeah, an imposter. Okay, so this is what I have to say about that. You know, me, I'm a solid lover of Africa and the people of Africa around the world. The people that identify with their African origins. I love those types of people. Okay, so with Renee, I want to assume she's one of such people that is an African American, but also identifies with her African ancestry. I believe she's that kind of person. just based on the fact that she's with Efe Ajagba. That alone is an evidence for me. If she puts out that type of energy into the world, saying, oh, Deontay, one is a fellow African-American like her, is an imposter for trying to represent the continent of Africa.
But the argument is that Renee, I see done a DNA test here. The Wlder is 33% Nigeria. I cannot deny that, bro. You can deny something, but you cannot deny the fact that he has Nigerian blood in him. You know?
Bro, you know what I think was so funny? Even the entity Nigeria, I hope you don't get offended. I hope anybody here does not get offended. The entity Nigeria was given to us by Europeans. Europeans sat down in Berlin, they carved out the map of Nigeria and give it to us. So let's just
we know that, but still, he comes from the Nigerian territory. It means he's one of he's among the 250 tribes in Nigeria. He's among, you know what I mean? He's one of these. He must be one of them, because if he doesn't have that lineage or that DNA, then, you know, why is Nigeria, like why is easy 33% Nigeria and something percent Togolese or something like that? Remember, even Togo itself, listen, there was no border in Africa, bro. It's just a fact. But what I'm saying now as it is now, Deontay Wlder has Nigerian blood, and he comes from one of the 250 tribes of that nation, and he has to come from the south. You know, he has to be from the south. He cannot come from the north. He has to come from the southern part of Nigeria. It could be in the west, southwest. It could be in the south region. It could be in the southeast as well. So he has to come from the southern part of Nigeria. That we must agree. Even sometimes, one guy told me he looked like a Yoruba guy. The other guy told me he looked like an Edo guy. The other guy told me he looked like this. So he has to come from the south. Okay, but at the same time, we all know that Africa itself. Listen, who called us Africa? It was Europeans that called us Africa, bro. It's the fact. So, you know, we were given that name. You know, you yourself, you don't identify yourself as African first before you identify yourself with your tribe first, okay? Before you identify with Nigerian and all that. Now, this platform being a Nigerian, you know, I identify myself with being Nigerian first before my tribe, you know, because it will confuse a lot of people. Because I remember, listen, when you walk in the street of Germany here, they don't know they don't care about you if you're Yoruba or you're Igbo, you're Hausa or you're whatever. They care about you, a Nigerian. You know, Nigeria have a reputation here in a way. It might be bad and some might be good, but I'm proud to be Nigerian regardless. Okay, so it's like they don't see you in the Western world as Yoruba first before anything. They see you first as black. Okay, your complexion, and then before your nationality, being Nigerian. You and I, you and I is the one identify with our tribes when we want to do so. Okay, but the Europeans don't see that. That's why, you know, I always preach about Pan-Africanism, even though sometimes I get frustrated with that, because there are so many countries in Africa right now that are just hating on Nigeria. Bro, even Cameroon wants to ban our music, you know, according to what I've been told. Okay, so that's why, you know, I like the fact that we and Nigerians, you know, despite that country having more than 250 tribes, anytime we see ourselves, we identify with ourselves, you know, we can flow with each other, you know, naturally. Okay, and that is something that is unique about us compared to many African nations. It's not like that, bro. That's why. Why do you think we thrive in so many areas? Why do you think we thrive in the US, we thrive in the UK, we thrive in Germany, we thrive in Poland, we thrive in all those places we go to? It's because of the Nigerian nation. Now look at the other African nations. They don't thrive like that. But do you know why they don't thrive like that? Because they see themselves first as their tribes before they see themselves as the nationality. You know? So,
you see,
even let's say Cameroon, for example. You have the English speaking part and the French speaking part. Do you know now that the French speaking Cameroonian and the English speaking Cameroonian, when they see each other like that, they don't vibe like that. They might just see each other have fun, and like greet each other, but they don't vibe. Like if I see a Yoruba guy now, we go vibe. We must vibe, or an Igbo guy now, we must vibe. But it's not like that with other African nations. Most African nations are not like that. This is what makes Nigeria special. This is why we are the envy of Africa. Listen, forget about the government. The government is a useless government. Okay? Forget about it. The government is a useless government. Now look at our entertainment industry. And look at, the rest. Things that government don't control in that country thrives. Why things that government control doesn't thrive? Because the government are still playing on, the regional settlements. Let's forget the regional settlements in Nigeria, bro. It's about region Nigeria. It's not about tribe Nigeria. It's about region. So that's the thing that's going on right now. So continue, brother.
So this is what I have to say. At the end of the day, it's your show, and I don't want to be disrespectful in any way. Mm-hmm. I actually disagree with a couple of things you said. The first thing that you said that I disagree with is the fact that Nigerians are more nationalistic than other Africans. I think that is false. Actually, other Africans are
I'm not saying nationalistic. I'm saying we have that togetherness anywhere we are. Listen, me and you can work together. I don't care about where you're from. As long as you're Nigerian, I can work with you. But I'm speaking from experience. I've seen so many people that are of the same country. They're from the same country in Congo. Let's say I've seen a Congolese who is from the southeast, the eastern part of Congo. They and the other guys don't vibe. They don't vibe like that. I've seen it. The guy even told me, listen, Nigerians, you guys vibe a lot, despite your differences. I say, now the Nigerian spirit be that one. You cannot understand it. You know what I mean? You cannot understand it. It's just something that grew that grew at some point. So if you have not me go with all the other African nations, you won't understand. It's just a fact.
I need you. You know what? I need you to come in contact with people from Rwanda, and then everything is said about Rwanda has. Remember, Rwanda. They've had their share of things before. You know what happened? I mean, I don't want to mention that stuff now. The genocide, bro. About that thing, yes. Bro. That kind of thing cannot happen in Nigeria. It cannot happen because, it cannot happen in Nigeria. Like, it will be impossible to happen in Nigeria. Like, something like that, something similar happened in Nigeria, but it was not because of the tribal settlement or something like that. It was because of the some people were treated very, very bad. Not I don't want to mention the names, but they were treated very bad, so they had to fight for the right, bro. Yeah, you have to, if you're in a country that you're not treated good, your people are not treated good, you have to fight for your country. You have to fight for yourself. But in Rwanda, it was a different case. In Rwanda, the Rwanda stuff was caused by the Benjans. Benjans the one that did it. That say, oh, this tribe is more this. This is what I'm saying. Nigeria don't play to the system. I hope it doesn't get to that point, because right now we know that the headsman case is going on in Nigeria right now. But still, Fulani are not from Nigeria. They are not originally from Nigeria. They came to Nigeria through the Sahel. We know that already. History is there to learn. So, but that will not be the case though. I'm definitely very hopeful. Nigerians are wise enough. So, whenever I'm in Nigerian, the first thing I do is like I go to them, talk to them, vibe with them. That is why you see I get along with. I have over 1,000 numbers on my phone. 1,000, again 2,000 now, from Nigerians all over the world, from different places, different tribes, even tribes I've never heard of before. You understand? So you see, if the country was not united, I don't think it would be like, if we as people are united, but the government is not, So, but we'll get there. The time will come where all these old vagabonds will go away. We'll get there. So just time by time, continue, brother. Disagree if you Honestly,
want.
bro, this conversation, we are going so deep right now.
Bro, we have to go deep. We have to go deep. We're Nigerians. Why won't we go deep? Yeah. But make a point you want to make, and then continue from the Ajagba, subject. Yeah.
Yeah. At the end of the day, man, you see, we have a lot of problems. I I recognize the fact that right now we Nigerians are more divided than we've ever been in the history of the country. Right now, as it stands, 2021, and we're more divided along ethnic lines, especially the North versus the South. That's exactly what is going on in Nigeria. And this happened as a result of Buhari's administration in the last 6 years.
Bro. Let me not interrupt you. But who brought Buhari in? Is it not Tinubu that brought Buhari in?
No, you see, I don't even want to point.
It is, bro. It is, bro. What do you mean by what do you mean? It is the southern leaders, Tinubu and co, that brought Buhari in. That told those Buhari that Buhari is this. So let's forget about that. Like they brought Buhari in. Yeah. So you already know what this guy did. When Buhari was out of state, what did he do? It wasn't at the same time the Ghana must go policy was implemented. It was the same time. So what do you expect from a divider? I mean, I made the same mistake supporting the guy though. I made the same mistake back in 2015. I supported the guy thinking he would revolutionize Nigeria, in terms of bringing us together, in terms of the economy, getting better. But he divided it. But come 2023, I would definitely fly to Nigeria and vote. And I want to vote for a young leader. I don't want to vote for old people, man. All of them are the same, bro. From west, south, east, whatever they're from. All those old people, they don't have vision, bro. They're the same people. Vote for a young leader, innovative leader that, of course, is proven at some point. It doesn't have to be a well-known politician, but proven to some extent. Like maybe like someone like Wlder, for example, is proven. Even though he was one of those guys that brought Buhari in, but we know that guy is proven. In terms of what he's done, and how he's fought for, he's an activist, how he's fought for freedom. So bring someone like that in. I don't know if they will vote for Wlder though, because of how he brought Buhari into power, but someone like that, bring him in. You know what I mean? So we'll see some changes.
Bro, let me say 2 points real quick. Then I'm going to talk about my opinion on Efe Ajagba's wife calling Deontay an imposter.
Yeah.
So the first point I'm going to make is I agree with you, man. See, I actually have a YouTube platform that I talk about these African issues. My YouTube channel is called
Share it to me. I will share it to the people to see to check it out.
Okay, no problem. I'll do that, bro. It's the African Wahala, because you mentioned being a Pan-Africanist earlier. I love that, bro. That is my dream. I would prefer if all these African countries would merge together and form one major country, if possible. I know that is difficult, but it's possible. And if that happens, that would be beneficial on the long run. Now, the second point I was going to make is, I'm sorry, man. I don't mean to be trying to take over your show or anything.
Bro, there's a guy you are in the home of Nigerian African boxing. So speak your mind, bro.
No, one guy for the comment section, he dropped super chat. I think I just.
Oh, Fola Bond. Oh, shout out to Fola Bond. I didn't see it, man. Man, see me. Where's what the guy talks if? Fola Bond. Okay. He just dropped super chat. Shout out to Fola Bond. That's our brother. You can see the name.
Yes, Fola Bond. He said he's enjoying this conversation, man. Salute to you, my bro. But see, what I wanted to say is, with Efe Ajagba calling Deontay an imposter, I don't know if she was
not Efe Ajagba. Efe Ajagba's girlfriend is different.
Efe Ajagba's girlfriend, right? I don't know if she was referring to him claiming to represent the continent of Africa, or she was referring to him, to his stance within the sport of boxing. If she was referring to him, what's it called, representing the continent of Africa, then she's shooting herself in the foot, because she is also African American, just like Deontay is. And we all know that people that are African Americans are of African descent. Even though some of them they are not.
She's with a Nigerian now, so basically she's a Nigerian. She can claim to be Nigerian now.
Exactly. If she goes to Nigeria and applies for a citizenship, they will give her. That's the rule.
As it is right now, don't you think if Ajagba's girlfriend visits Nigeria now, don't you think Ajagba family would treat her like Nigerian?
Oh, they will treat her like part of them. They will treat her very well.
So this is what I'm saying. So she has more leverage than Deontay Wlder now. But Deontay Wlder has a leverage of knowing that, listen, I have my DNA test. I have my DNA test here. You know what I mean? He has 30% Nigerian. He has the right to say he's Nigerian. You know,
Of course.
so for me,
1000%.
for me, Deontay Wilder is Nigerian. You know, he has because you have that 30%. You're Nigerian. You know, if you claim it, he claims it. He talks about it. That I'm Nigerian. I don't like the NDBC supporters, but I like the fact that he accepted. You know, continue, bro.
Yeah, you know, my own thing is that if his wife saying that Deontay is an imposter, that doesn't sound good on her because she's also African American / Nigerian, and she's only shooting herself in the foot. But anyways, I can't really blame her for trying to put out those comments into the world. I can't blame Efe Ajagba for putting out those comments in the world. At the end of the day, this is boxing. It's a sport where people trash talk one another in order to make fights happen. If it's a genuine trash talk, if you're not just quote unquote clout chasing like a lot of people say these days, if you're genuinely calling this guy out because you're trying to make that fight, then I salute you. You should do what you have to do to make the fight out. If you're trying to be disrespectful in order to make the fight happen, no problem. Get it done. This is boxing, man. This is a sport where people punch each other in the face. People are trying to destroy each other in the ring. So do what you have to do to make the fight happen. If you go below the belt in the process of calling your opponent out, be ready for the consequences in the ring. That's all I can say. Now, I don't know if he has a chance against Deontay. Like I said, I believe he has a 15% chance against Deontay.
Why so low? 50% chance. Why so low? Did you say in Ajagba, bro? That's too low, bro.
Ah man, bro, I can't see. I don't know.
15% chance against Deontay Wilder. Bro, that's too low.
You,
that's too low. I would say 60-40.
No. Okay, let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
What percentage? Who do you think wins? Efe Ajagba or Charles Martins? Who would you favor?
Ajagba wins, bro. Ajagba wins. You know, Ajagba wins. I will tell you that because I believe that Ajagba's power is underrated, bro. Ajagba, that guy power is underrated though. And his jab is very. Listen, don't let the Ali Ered Demirezin fight fool you. Don't let the Jonathan Rice fight fool you. Don't let the Amir Mansour fight fool you. Or the Curtis Upper fight, which Curtis Upper didn't fight, but he ran away. So don't let those fights fool you. The new Ajagba right now is gonna be a very dangerous Ajagba because listen, I don't know if you've seen clips of Ajagba. I've been seeing it. Okay. Someone has been sending me those clips recently for Ajagba. Ajagba is becoming a new fighter. Yes, he's losing his muscle mass. I think, you know, he's losing that a little bit. You know, we need to see how much he weighs in his next fight. You know, so, but Ajagba is working on not just his offensive but defensive as well. Okay, he's working on his footwork. Head movement as well. He's with K. Koroma now. K. Koroma might not be proven yet, you know, but at the same time, K. Koroma knows knows that a fighter has to have the basic. A boxer must have the basic. You know, Deontay Wilder doesn't have the basic, bro. Despite him being a bronze medalist, he doesn't running for 5 years. Running for 5. He doesn't listen. You are the Deontay Wilder fan. I know you would defend Wilder, but I'm saying Wilder doesn't have the basic yet. And it's too late. Look at the statement coming from what's his name again? Mark Brilliant. Okay, his trainer saying that Wilder literally career is done. But do I think Wilder career is done? No, of course it's not done. Okay, Wilder career is not done because Wilder can still beat some people in right now. Like, but I do think that if it doesn't work on those weaknesses that he have, bro, believe you me, Wilder does not beat Joshua. He does not beat Fury. He has to work on that. But he has to be known as a guy that comes with just a right hand. You have to be known as a guy like that. If you are known just a guy that comes with a right hand and only know how to throw a right hand, then you have nothing to offer the top guys. Listen.
Okay.
What's his name again? Arthur Speaker. Arthur Speaker was doing what? He was outboxing Deontay Wilder before Wilder landed that right hand. Right? Yes or no? General Washington gave Deontay Wilder hell. Do you know Harold Scornia, a guy that has more losses than wins on his record, dropped Deontay Wilder in his 15th or something plus fight? A guy that has more losses then wins, drop Deontay Wlder. So Deontay Wlder of 3 years ago, 5 years ago, 4 years ago, 6 years ago, he's still the same Deontay Wlder we have now because he's not worked on the basics, bro. Not that is dangerous with that right hand. He can knock anybody out. He can even knock a whale out. Okay, he can knock a whale out, an elephant out with that right hand. But when you don't have the basis in your favor and you're going against a guy like Ajagba, whom has not good, not perfect, still a little bit green, but knows the basis. What do you think happens?
Okay, bro. Let me just tell you why Wlder destroys Efe Ajagba. Let me tell you why. Keep in mind, Deontay Wlder got into boxing late. He was like 21 years old. And then he started training a year and a half after training. He just got into boxing out of nowhere. This man hadn't ever laced the gloves in his life. He got into the sport of boxing. 1.5 years after getting into the sport of boxing, he represents the United States in Olympics and he wins a bronze medal. And now this is a guy that has no skill. Now he gets into the professional ranking system. He's knocking everybody out. And then he gets into some fights like the first Bermain-Stiverne fight, the first title fight that he had. And then he fought against Chris Arreola. If you go observe those two fights, you can tell that Deontay has so many other weapons in his artillery. But he is able to get away with just relying on the right hand with all these other opponents, because first and foremost, Deontay always has a significantly longer reach than these guys. He's taller than them. When it comes to his defense, all he has to do is lean back. He doesn't have to really apply all those footwork drills that he's learned in the gym to evade these guys. All he has to do is lean back a little bit and he's out of the punching range, and then he throws his right hand, he lands the right hand, knocks these people out. But if you watch the Bermain-Stiverne first fight and the Chris Arreola fight, Deontay showed that he has an excellent jab. He knows how to box. But he's been able to get away without having to use these other tools because the guys are just not good enough for him. Now, the first real opponent that he faced, Luis Ortiz. Luis Ortiz, man. Ortiz gave him everything. Ortiz gave Wlder hell. And Ortiz, in my opinion, if Ortiz was 35 years old, he will beat all the heavyweights in the world, all of them. None of them can mess with Ortiz, right? Now, Deontay was still able to solve that Luis Ortiz problem. This guy is a southpaw, excellent boxer puncher, and Deontay was able to solve it. If you look at the footwork that Deontay used in the first fight against Ortiz, being that Deontay is an orthodox fighter, Luis Ortiz is a southpaw fighter. Just look at the foot placement, the lead foot placement of Deontay in that fight. Ortiz was trying to play some games where he would try to put his feet outside of Deontay's feet just to put Deontay in an uncomfortable position so that he can land. But Deontay was able to maneuver and he won that fight. I'm telling you the truth, man. Deontay has proven that he is a great fighter. I don't know where it comes from. He lacks a lot of skills in the ring, but he has that made up in his heart, in his what's it called? I was gonna say stamina, his athleticism, his punching power. Those three attributes were enough to destroy all these opponents. Now, when he faced Tyson Fury the first time, that wasn't enough. Though he landed, he knocked Tyson Fury down a couple of times, and it ended up a draw. I was okay with the draw. The second fight, I am convinced that Tyson Fury cheated, so I'm not even going to regard anything about that fight until I see a trilogy. When it comes to Efe Ajagba hasn't been through any storm, bro. The only storm that he has been through was Kiladze, an unknown fighter that has nothing to bring to the table. If you put Kiladze in the ring against Deontay Wlder, he will not last 30 seconds. Let me tell you something, bro. If you put Efe Ajagba in the ring against Dominic Brazil, I'm not convinced that Efe can beat Brazil. I'm just keeping it real with you. I'm not convinced. There is a good chance Dominic beats Efe. Now you put Efe in the ring against Wlder. I don't care how washed up Wlder is. He's going to stretch that boy. Deontay is 2 inches taller than Efe. He's more experienced than Efe. He has much more speed and punching power than Efe. Efe Ajagba has 11 knockouts in 14 fights. Deontay, his first 40 fights were all knockouts. And we're not talking about the level of competition. Efe Ajagba hasn't fought people of high competition yet.
Okay,
Not because he doesn't.
okay, who has Deontay Wilder fought other than Ortiz and Tyson Fury?
When Deontay beat Bermane Stiverne the first time.
So you are saying that Efe Ajagba will not be Bermane Stiverne?
Not right now. The Bermane Stiverne of 2015 destroys Efe Ajagba.
So Bermane Stiverne, Wlder fought Bermane Stiverne. Do you know Wlder was supposed to fight Povetkin?
Yeah, the Povetkin fight was after Stiverne because the Povetkin fight was supposed to be Wilder's
he was supposed to fight. Why? Okay, listen. That is why I know that you're a Deontay Wilder fan, but you have to give Efe Ajagba credit, bro. Okay.
Oh yeah, I like Efe.
Listen, like boxing is not a huge sport in Nigeria. You know already that Nigerians, you yourself, you are not. You know now we. If you were to tell your parents right growing up that you want to be a boxer, do you think what will your parents tell you? I want to hear.
They won't support you, man.
Now, what am I saying now? Boxing is not being Nigeria. We see fighting as, I don't know, a lot of people see fighting as not like aggressive and brutal in a way, which is not it, because boxing is a sweet science. So it's just like once upon a time, Nigerian parents did not want to see their kids play football, soccer. You know what you guys call soccer over there. They want to see play, but when they saw that, listen, boy, money did this thing. Okay, yes, boxing is not easy. Boxing is a one-man sport. Boxing is even harder because it's more hard because now you are going against the grain. Okay, you're starting from zero, and especially when you're coming from Nigeria, that's why I always give props to guys like Dick Tiger. Dick Tiger, you know, who was also undisputed, bro. I always give props to guys like Samuel Peter. You know, Samuel Peter did the guy went from Nigeria, despite him. Okay, he was already past his prime when he went there. We know that. Samuel Peter, they say he's 38 years old on the bus wreck. Bro, we know that guy is not grandpa be that one. We know already. Now we look at a guy like Ikebi Abuchi. Okay, you look at guys like Ikebi Abuchi. You have to give props to that. Ikebi Abuchi, when he went to America, within 2 years, that guy started dominating. He started winning amateur medals in Texas. Bro, this is the spirit of Nigeria. Listen, that's why I was one of those guys that pioneered Ajagba leaving PBC, because I want to see the guy shine. I don't want to see them say if not too much. Like the other day, I saw a post of one guy saying, "Oh, what if Ike Abuchi became undisputed? What if he fought Mike Tyson? What if? Imagine guys that Ike Abuchi beat. Guys that, do you know when Ike Abuchi beat this guy? What's his name again? David Tua. Do you know nobody wanted David Tua? Do you know he was counted out of that fight? People would say, this guy, what does he know? Ike Abuchi, that guy, went against the grain, against a lot of people. He did it, with the Nigerian spirit. So he was counted out completely. That how can you beat David? David Tua was feared by people. He was feared. Even Mike Tyson didn't want David Tua. What are you saying?
Was a killer, man.
But Ike Abuchi did not only beat him, he went toe to toe with him. Toe to toe.
Oh yeah.
Trade it out.
That was a great fight.
Go look that fight now.
Man, that was one of the greatest fights in heavyweight.
Why? That's why he didn't pay me well. Why? He said, no, give Ike Abuchi his props. No, Nigerians are not giving him props.
Because we
don't love boxing. Why do you think I'm doing all these things? Why do you think it's even hard? Feel like I'm the only Nigerian right now who is doing this thing. Why do you think I'm happy with that? I want to see more Nigerians get in and learn about it. Know about like, that's why I have to give props to Joshua. Joshua brought a lot of Nigerian fans to the sport. You can't deny that. Joshua is influencing a lot of younger Nigerians to pursue their dream, to become what they want to become. If they want to become boxers, embrace the sweet science.
Definitely,
that's the fact.
Definitely. Give AJ the props for doing that for sure.
So now I'm doing my best to make sure that Nigerian fighters, African fighters, like the whole Africa, bro. Like African fighters, like, I mean, Can you imagine when I interviewed King Davison the other day? I interviewed King Davison. He's based in Australia. He turned pro. He turned pro back in 2007. And you and I have never heard of that guy before. I didn't know who King Davison was. The guy already has 20 wins. 20 wins, just 3 losses, and he was robbed. Never heard of that guy before. He's been based in Australia. He's been based in Australia for more than 15 years. A boxer. But you and I never heard about. This is what I'm saying. If Nigerians love boxing the way they love BB and Nigeria now, don't you think things will change? Look at how we love entertainment. I would love music, movie, all the stuff that we do, comedy stuff. We are selling it, but we don't love boxing, bro. That's why I'm trying my best to make sure that more Nigerians come into the scene, start talking about it. Look at the boxing scene on YouTube, the boxing scene on YouTube. Before you go to 3, 4, 5, 6 channels, they're either Americans or British, right?
Yes.
You can hardly find a Nigerian doing it. If you find a Nigerian, like there's one Nigerian, I know Ade was born in Britain, so his audience is British and some, like world boxing. That's what he does. That's what he does. He does not promote Nigerian fighters like I do. But I wish he would. But I know him being born in the UK, he grew up, watching British boxing. Like I grew up, with African boxing and, of course, American boxing, learning about boxers and other stuff. So we know that. So you see, I want to have more of us on this stuff. There's no more, we're not many, bro. I'm just like only one doing African boxing. Was also there, that guy. I don't know what happened to the guy. It's like he gave up, bro.
Actually, Ghana has some very good boxing.
Ghana boxing is more organized than Nigerian boxing because Ghana love. Listen,
way more.
Ghana wish they had our boxers. Because any boxer that make it out of Nigeria, that boxer don't see hell. Family don't write them out. When I talked to Edith Ogoke, Edith Ogoke said our family was against her, like they didn't want her to box. The woman, man about the boss in Nigeria, woman uncle boss. You know why they be now? So this is what I'm saying. Ade Ayodele says, Efe Ajagba doesn't even speak that way. We didn't he reposted it, bro. You didn't even follow this stuff. So you're not following us at all. We didn't say he wrote it, he didn't write it. He's not the one that wrote it. He reposted it. That report, the original person that wrote it is from a guy that is a brother to Efe Ajagba's girlfriend. Efe Ajagba's girlfriend brother wrote that post. So Ajagba reposted it. So that is it, bro. I beg, when they put word for them. We don't know, I don't know. So Nigerian, they just look and say, "Oh, you know right?" We tell you it's not right. You say we talk. You even talk say not right. What for now? Continue, brother.
You see, I like what these guys are doing with Efe. Though they are taking a big risk, but the risk is worth it. It's a risk worth it because at the end of the day, if they get the Wlder fight, if Efe is able to beat Wlder, man, his career will shoot through the roof. Man, this guy will become a star out of nowhere, man. Especially if he's able to knock Deontay Wlder out.
Wlder will not take that fight. Already.
Bro.
Wlder will not take that fight. If Ajagba has nothing to, to be said, if Ajagba has nothing to offer Deontay Wlder now. He's not a champion. Wlder, I think whoever Wlder wants to fight, if it's not against a low-level opponent, he's going to be against a champion. Either he fights...
My bro.
Yeah, continue.
If Fury and Joshua can make that fight happen, that means Wlder cannot fight either one of them, right? So Wlder will be left to fight someone that he can make the fight happen with. If Efe Ajagba wants that fight, and Deontay, there is no reason why Deontay wouldn't take that fight. There is absolutely no reason. Efe is a good name for Wlder to come back with. And I'm telling you the truth, man. I just don't see what Efe can do with Wlder. I don't see it. He's going to get knocked out. You're talking about a guy that is coming off of a loss that was so embarrassing. A guy that is pretty much like you can imagine all these exposed live wires that are just sparking all over the place, moving from you know how live wire they shake. When you say anything where you touch not die, that is Deontay Wlder right now. Anything that Deontay Wlder touches right now, you better be ready, man, because you're gonna get destroyed. And that's why I fear for Efe. I want to see the fight. I want to see Efe Ajagba Deontay Wlder fight. I don't mind seeing that fight, but I know what's gonna happen. Efe is gonna get knocked out.
Bro, I would love to see it. What's the reason of boxing if you don't want to fight the best? I like that Efe Ajagba wants to dare himself. Dare to be great. Dare to be great. If he beats Deontay Wlder, then his name would definitely, his name could just the guy go blow. Okay, become a huge guy, a huge name, even bigger than he is right now. But we will see how this unfolds and everything. Shout out to my brother CMD Boston Report. I'm going to definitely read before I leave. I'm going to read some of the comments on the live chat. Please like the video. I beg. I'm gonna like him. I beg. I'm gonna like him. I beg. Make what I like him. Now let's take a look at this stuff right here. Shout out to Braveheart is there. He said, keep up the good work, bro. Don't play, say hi, bro. Shout out to Braveheart and Don't Play. Curtis Jenkins says, okay, y'all talking dirty shit just in your country. I think this guy must be an American the way he writes. So, well, we talk dirty shit, bro, and we want you have to defend yourself. Don't Play says 502 or 503 tribes. You mean Nigeria? No, it's 250 plus tribes with 500 plus languages. I'm enjoying the dialogue. Folabon, shout out to you. Fire Black, the Nigerian bloodline is thousands of years older than the country of Nigeria. Facts. Well, yeah, Nigeria was not a country until the arrival of the British. We know that. But there are many kingdoms in Nigeria. And many powerful kingdoms as well, which I'm one of them. I'm from one of them.
The Benin Empire.
So Muhammad Fire Black says Muammar Gaddafi tried to do that called the United Nations of Africa. Egypt was on board with many others. Yes, Muhammad Buhari. I say Muhammad Buhari. God forbid. Muhammad Gaddafi. Muammar Gaddafi. Yes, Muammar Gaddafi. He was killed by some people, and I like the fact that they tried to unite. But it's very hard to unite people that things they like, that feels like because they want to have close ties to Europeans. It's hard. That authenticity is very hard in so many countries in Africa. Like, it's just how it is. We love. I don't know if was Nigeria on board. Was Nigeria on board? I don't know. It was Nigeria on board at that time. Adewale, you don't need to talk about that one. Boxing Finance says Ajagba has no chance against Wlder. Hell no. Well, Adewale said he has.
Say if Nigeria was on board.
I said was Nigeria among the nations that wanted there to be a United Africa?
Well, that was around the same time Obasanjo was the president, right? But this is the problem that I have, man. You see, I see a lot of I know you don't like that term, sub-Saharan Africa, but I have to use that term for the purpose of this conversation. I see a lot of sub-Saharan Africans running and defending Muammar Gaddafi for trying to create a unified Africa. But I still have one question for them. During the time of mass immigration of sub-Saharan Africans to Europe through the Sahara Desert, through Libya, Tunisia, Morocco, those North African countries, how were the sub-Saharan Africans treated in those North African countries? Were they treated like slaves or not? If the answer to that is yes, they were treated like slaves, then how can you trust a person from their region to be the lordship over the entire continent of Africa, where we're all in one whole country, but you guys will still be the second fiddle? No, I'm sorry, man. There is no way in hell I can support a guy like Muammar Gaddafi. It's just not possible for me, because I know how we are viewed by North Africans. I know that they call us Abid.
Bro, Gaddafi did not lie. Gaddafi did not like it. Listen, Gaddafi even highlighted that at some point. He did not like the treatment of black Africans in Libya. I think he didn't like it. Okay, he didn't like the maltreatment of black Africans in Libya at that time. So, Arabs, like, they have a different way of thinking. Only few of them has a Pan-African. You have to. Only few of them are Pan-African. Do you know that even Morocco at some point wanted to join the EU, in which they got rejected? You know what I mean? They felt that they are Europeans. You know what I mean? Like, they wanted to join the EU, and the EU said, no, you're not. What you are, in Africa. Like, you cannot join the EU. Culturally, we don't match. You know what I mean? Like, it's just a fact. And then they left the AU at some point because the AU did not agree. There's this Sarah, it's called Sarah or something like that. Sarah, what was the name again? Sahrawi, something like that. It's close to Morocco. So,
is it a country?
It's a territory. It's a disputed territory. Like, they want to be
Western Sahara.
Yeah, Western Sahara. They want to be on their own, but Morocco is like saying no, you want to be with us, because that place was controlled by the Spanish at some point before Spanish handed it over. So, they cannot agree on that. Morocco, pulled out of African Union because African Union supported, those guys. You know what I mean? Saying, listen, you can build their own, have your own country. Morocco pulled out before they reapplied. They rejoined. Because even it was like there was a big debate. In fact, I would love to see Haiti. Haiti at some point wanted to join African Union. I don't know what's going on with that. I would love to see them join, bro. Those guys, when you talk about Pan-African, those Haiti is the first black nation to gain independence. And they are the only black nation on the entire planet to fight off the colonial masters, to fight off imperialism. So I respect Haiti people a lot. I respect it a lot. Just that it's unfortunate that, the earthquake happened and, all the Europeans, Western power ganged up together, and they stabilized the economy or something like that. In fact, right now, even though you see now Haiti and Dominican Republic, they have the same, they have border. There's a border, and yet a lot of the Haitians are discriminated in the Dominican Republic. Even though they are basically the same people, the only difference is that one speaks Spanish, the others colonized by French, and one country, Dominican, was whitewashed in terms of like the Spanish wanted a whitewashed nation in terms of like having babies and all the stuff with black people, a mixture that they wanted that country to have identity crisis, so which they have now. I remember there was one time in Spain I came across a Dominican Republic guy. I speak Spanish, so we're just discussing that Nigeria is very popular. When you say you're Nigerian, they know. So we were talking about history and other stuff, and he said that Spain is his motherland. Like when he said that, I was really laughing. I said, "What do you mean?" I said, he says Spain is our motherland, bro. Like your mothers and ancestors love them. We're what I mean. The mothers were by the Spanish colonial masters and the imperialists. So, and then when they come to Spain and they see the treatment, they see that the Spanish people themselves, they're divided, because you have people from Catalonia, you have people from País Vasco. Those people have their culture very unique in a way, has their language. Their language is very unique, Huesca. And you have people from, Andalusia, bro. Like, this is what is divided. That country is divided. Spain is divided, but they are united by, maybe common European value, because Catalonia wants to leave, but they don't want them to leave. So it's like Nigeria, for example, with Biafra, but that one is different because in Nigeria right now, a lot of tribes have been in their home before the Europeans came, but Catalonia were, like, have been oppressed for hundreds of years, and Spain don't want them to go. Madrid doesn't want them to go, because if they leave, that means Spain is gonna go broke, because they are very, like, that region is very, like, the industrialization there is amazing, bro. And you go to that region, they speak multiple languages there. Like, a Catalan person can communicate in Spanish, can communicate in English. But when you go to, like, Madrid, for example, or some other in the Andalusia side, bro, they don't want to hear anything English, bro. It's Spanish. That is why Catalan are more successful. Their region is more successful than the others, because they interact with the world. They are globalist. Let me say they are globalist. Why a lot of spots in Spain, the southern part, are very conservative. I've been to all those parts and I understand them very well. So the world is divided. Humans, be it white, black, we're all divided, bro. It's just like in Germany as well. In Germany as well, we have similar stuff. The Bavaria region. Listen, Bavaria region is the worst region in Germany. If you stay in Bavaria region, bro, you would think all Germans are wicked. You will not like Germans if you stay in Bavaria region, because over there, as a black person, bro, you have less freedom. Okay, when you walk in the street, the police are more likely to control you than ever. You don't have any, bro. Once you're in a train like this, I remember, when I went to that side, I was traveling to the Austria border. So I was just in a train like that, and this police guy just came up, and asked me, where am I going to? I said, I'm going to Austria. He said, yeah. He left all the other guys. He left because I was the only black guy in the train. We're sitting down in that section. He left the other white people there and came direct to me. Okay. Then when I told him, I said, listen, I'm not giving you my paper I'm not giving you until you control the rest. Then you come to me. Let it be turn by turn. You know what I mean? Step by step. Then he said, I said, listen, you are being discriminatory right now, but you are a racist, man. Why would you just saw me as a black, but you just came quickly. So you see what I'm saying? That region, if you live in that region, bro, you will not enjoy Germany. When you live in Northern Westphalen, like Rheinland-Pfalz, you live in Hamburg area, you live in Niedersachsen, it's just so different. You enjoy it, have your time. But in Bavaria, the only time Bavaria is good is when you have this beer stuff there, the drinking party, Oktoberfest or something like that. Oktoberfest that they do there, that's the only time you enjoy it. But other times, bro, you don't enjoy it. Even most of my friends that live there, like, they tell me all the time, I say, listen, they come up for that. They come up for that. You understand? Very big for you. Go away from that region. It's a devilish region. So this is what I'm saying. Yes. So many comments on the live on right here live. So Florence Talley says it does happen almost everywhere in Europe. I understand, but when you live in Bavaria, we know what I mean. You understand what I mean. Mm-hmm. Or when you're going, that's why if one of my friends wanted to visit Germany the other day, I told him, I said, come to my area. Don't go to that area. Come to my area. You enjoy it. He said, why? Now I said, listen, I tell you, come to my area. Because the first thing they see is your color before they see anything. And when after they see, even if you're missed, like, the first thing they see is your color, bro. That's just a fact. So let me check the comment section right here. Shout out to Ade Ayodele. Ade Ayodele, where are you looking at? Which side, which area you did? You did. I know so you be Nigerian, but which side, which area you did? Samuel says Ajagba versus Wlder is 40-60 because Wlder lost one fight, but they still have that right hand, and Efe has not fight. Though top fighter, so Efe has not fight top fighter before calling out Wlder. I mean, maybe he just want to try his luck, bro. Like, it's not bad to call out. You know what I mean, someone that is above you, call him out, and get it on. So, do you have anything more to say, brother, before we vote? Adewale.
Bro, thank you for having me once again, man. It's always enjoyable coming to your show, man. This time around, we spoke about a lot of social and political issues, which makes a lot of sense. These are the things I talk about on my YouTube channel, actually. So I actually want to invite you. Let's have a show. Let's have a dialogue about some of these things that we mentioned today. And I will send you the invites when the time is right.
Bro, anytime, any day, anywhere, I'll definitely join, I'm a Nigerian first, before anything. And as a Nigerian, I want to see the betterment of our nation, even though I know it's going to be hard, though. The government, man, they're head blogger. Those old people, they never hear word. But I believe the young people, have the right ideas for that country. And we'll definitely talk about that. So
if you don't mind me addressing one guy in the comment section before I leave.
You are free to address anybody before we vote.
Okay, so there is a guy in the comment section. His name is Cut West. I believe he's an African American. He just said Nigerians are always hating on African Americans. My brother, I need to let you understand that that's not the case, man. There are many Nigerians that are ignorant, that hate on African Americans, and that's the same way we have many ignorant African Americans that hate on Africans in general. Okay, so the fact that you're here on this platform, I strongly believe that you're not an ignorant person. You're free to drop your thoughts and opinions and whatever. Nigerians do not hate African Americans. Just have that at the back of your mind. It's a false statement. It's fallacy. That doesn't exist. We actually love African Americans, and the same way many sensible African Americans love Africans. Thank you.
Thanks, brother. I want to add my own to it. Cut West, listen, bro. CMD Boston Report is an African American. He's here on this show. We've known for a very long time. I have a lot of African American friends, you know what I mean? So we don't hate anybody, you know what I mean? I'm a Pan-African. So first of all, I'm a Pan-African. I don't think there's anything African American, bro. You're either African or you're not. Because a passport does not define you. Where you're born does not define you. So a Pan-African as I am, I don't define someone from where they where they were born. Just like there's so many Nigerians who are born in America, who are born in the UK, who are born in China, everywhere. They would never. It's hard to see a Nigerian, divert from his origin, no matter where he's born, except the Nigerian grew up with fatherless or maybe motherless, in terms of like not having father around or whatever, or mother around. But once he has that, it's not going to happen. It's just a fact. It's just the fact. And no matter how, that's why you also have to respect Senegalese people. You look at, for example, Akon, for example, he was born in America, New Orleans. It wasn't New Orleans he was born, or St. Louis. He was born there. Now you see what he's trying to do for his hometown Senegal, because that's where his family are from. So we definitely love you guys for sure. Why you have some people like LDBC guys, like let's say BF3 Boxing, who on the other day said all sort of crappy stuff about Africans, called us Kuntakite, body scratcher. That guy literally said every disgusting stuff. But when I responded to him, I didn't respond to him, generalizing all African Americans to be the same. I responded to him personally. I called him a peasant, which he is, because if you have a lost identity, you don't know who you are, where you're from. You believe that anywhere you're born, the language you speak. But that guy believed that English is his language, which is very wrong, because it's not his language. That guy believes that where it's like he believes that everything that the NDBC guys does, who they support, are always the best and they're always right. That is not the fact. NDBC guys, I understand that they're trying to support the black fathers, who don't have a say or something, who don't have the popular good opinion, like who don't have the popular popularity in terms of like being liked, so they want to support those guys. I understand that it's good to support your home. At the same time, it is very bad to talk bad about other people while supporting your own. You can support your own, back your people, but don't talk smack about other people. It's just a fact. We Nigerians, we support our own. When I see a Nigerian fighter, the first thing I do is show my support, except that Nigerian fighter, unless the Nigerian fighter don't want it. There's one Nigerian fighter right there that I know who doesn't want it, who doesn't identify with Nigeria. He's a boxer. Okay, he was born in Nigeria, in Lagos, but he doesn't identify Nigeria. He doesn't want me to identify Nigeria because he said, "Oh, I grew up in Nigeria. Nigeria did do the shit." Something like that they feel like Nigeria should have he feels like Nigeria abandoned him in a way. Yes, we all grew up in a different ways. I grew up in the street, and I believe he grew up as well, like that. But I learned, listen, no matter where you're from, despite the challenges, you have to support where you're from. It's just how it is. Support people where you're from, the people that are from your place. Then support everybody in general. Like I support Nigerians, I support Africans, I support Deontay Wlder. I'm not just a fanboy of Deontay Wlder. I like Deontay Wlder. I was one of the first guys to call Deontay Wlder Nigerian. A lot of Nigerians had problem with that because they said, how come Deontay Wlder, batches Anthony Joshua, called Joshua a robot, said all those stuff about Anthony Joshua, and yet he says he's pro-black. You cannot be pro-black and hate on your kind, because listen, believe it or not, we, the sub-Saharan Africa, even though I hate that stuff, we are the original people. It's a fact. Okay, scientifically it's proven. So you cannot hate the original man when you are part of the original people. You cannot, you're hating on yourself. You might have disagree. Me and Adewale, for example, Adewale is a Deontay Wlder fan. I'm a Joshua fan. We disagree on so many stuffs, but yet we know as the original men, we have to agree, at some point, get along. Disagree, agree, but get along. That's how it is. Stay blessed, guys. Stay hungry, stay humble. And I really appreciate you guys. That are subscribed to the channel. Keep liking the video, keep sharing it. It is very important. Shout out to Joe Strummer. Joe Strummer said, "What is LDBC?" That's another story for another day. LDBC, I don't know. Another story, bro. Shout out to Court West. Shout out to everybody, and God bless you all. We might be right back tomorrow to discuss some other, topic, which I believe that some of you guys will definitely show up. If not, it's all good. So God bless you all, and stay blessed, guys. Enjoy Nigerian music now. Okay, I'm gonna put on Nigerian music that you would definitely enjoy. Maybe it's not your type, but enjoy it, bro. That song is a banger. That's a fact.
This is dedicated to all the people who lost during the peaceful protests.